everyone, welcome to Vlogmas Day 7, and today I'm going to change your life, maybe, I'm not sure. But, okay, so, you know when you're in bed and you've got your blanket and you want to be really cozy. This is probably really relevant for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere right now where it's winter. Yeah, you want to get really cozy, so you pull your blanket over you, like this, and you're like, shit, yeah, this is really cozy, I really like this. But then after a while of having that blanket over you and breathing for a bit with your hot breath getting everywhere and, you know, not enough fresh air getting in, you start being like, wow, this is really kind of suffocating and not very good. And yeah, it's kind of not comfortable to be like this the entire time. It's like, no. So I've seen like little cartoons of this problem where you're like, yeah, I want to be a snug bug, but I also want to be able to breathe. So most people's solution is to essentially do what I'm doing now, where you get you make yourself a little breathing hole. But the thing is, like, it doesn't really cover you, and then after a while, it sort of starts slipping down, and then you end up not being able to breathe anyway, because your little breathing hole is disappearing, and then you just kind of end up buried under your blanket anyway, and that's no good. So, it's too warm under there. I mean, I'm in Sydney, Australia, and the weather's not too bad at the moment. Like, I can still have a doona in this weather. It's summer, and that is just crazy. But, yeah, no, it's still a bit much. Yeah, so, you know, you have this blanket problem, right? I have the solution for you. Fancy advertising music. So, what I do to solve this, so this is my bed, here's my blanket, and the thing you don't want to do is just go, I cannot breathe. No, that's no good. What you do is you just get your blanket up to the normal sort of position, and then you have second pillow. So what you do is you just sleep with a pillow over your head, right? And then you have, like, especially if it's, like, not too tight in your pillowcase, like mine's got all this extra stuff, right? That helps a lot. Yeah, you get the little bit here, and you can sort of get it around here. It's really good if you want it to be dark, and that's how I discovered this, partly because, you know, in the morning you get a lot of light coming through, but I'm not a morning person, so I don't want to be woken up by the light, so I get this, and and then you get your snug, and then you have a breathing hole that doesn't disappear as you're sleeping. And you are a snug bug, yeah? And the other cool thing is, like, well, it depends a bit how you position your pillow, but if you live in a family of morning people like I do, who get quite noisy from like 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes earlier, depends when Mikey wakes up and starts yelling and, you know. But if you position the pillow the right way, you can get a pillow over your ear, and it doesn't cut out all the sound in the house, but it does sort of help dull it as like an extra thing on top of your door being closed and, you know, trying to convince everyone to close all the other doors and try and have their conversations away from the hallway. Please have conversations away from the hallway. I want to sleep. But yeah, so this is how I sleep. I sleep with the pillow over my head, with just like that sort of breathing space. It's a little bit awkward with my glasses on, but I need to be able to see the camera. Hey. Okay, so that is my snug bug sleeping hack blanket trick, whatever you want to call it. Now, you can have variations on this, so if you don't happen to have a second pillow but you have other blankets. So for example, in Japan, I only had one pillow when I was staying with my cousins. So what I did, after like the first day or two, I bought myself a hanten. This is hanten. I'm wearing it backwards, but it's like a big Japanese winter coat, and I've been using them as blankets for like ever. I don't really remember when this started, but they're nice to wear around the house. And then, yeah, also like extra blanket. I was so devastated the time we threw out my first proper hanten, but that was like 7 years old and in pretty bad shape. Anyway, back to the point. What you do is you, instead of the pillow, like this, and you are still a snug bug. okay? Now, this, like, is great in winter and when it's cooler, but if you're in Australia like me and it's starting to get hot, and eventually, where I am in Sydney, we haven't had too many 30-degree days, but they are coming, and so are the 40-degree days. But you still want to have something on top of you because the fucking mosquitoes are around, and, like, you know, you don't hear them during the day, but you turn off your light and you're going to sleep, and then you can hear two of them whining in unison like two violins, which is not actually unison. Someone's always out of tune, and it's really fucking annoying, and you hear them interacting and probably fucking over your head and all that, and you're just like, gross, guys, get a room. And they just keep buzzing and buzzing and buzzing, the fucking mosquitoes. So in that situation, you just get rid of the blanket. You don't need that. But you can just have your sheet. And I mean, it's not so bad sleeping with the sheet over your head. It's a little bit more breathable. But you can do the same thing. And I mean, it does get a little bit hot to do this in the summer, but it's still viable. And, like, the mosquitoes, this works in the colder months too, because I have had some mosquitoes fucking over my head. You know, this is only a small space for the mosquitoes to get at you, and you're constantly breathing, so hopefully they get the idea to, like, go the fuck away! And you can be like this, and then you don't feel like your arms are gonna get bitten, and it's pretty good. It works. And as I said, like, you can always substitute your pillow for something else, but I have definitely found that having two parts to your blanket setup works a lot better than trying to suffocate yourself with one. And that is the blanket trick, and I don't think I have anything else to say today. This afternoon I have to help my brother set up a new computer and probably the new phone as well, so I better get editing. Alright, Vlogmas Day 7, we made it to a week! This is going alright. Weekends are harder though, because I have less time to myself to be able to make videos, so we'll see how we go. And oh my god, that was only 8 minutes long! Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow.